Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a late player ratings. Freiburg 1, West Ham 0. Time to get this done. This player ratings. I don't want to, but I have to. Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to this wonderful channel of mine, and hit the notification bell if you wish to do so. It's going to be interesting tonight. Give me a hand. Put your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think of rating of these players. It will go a long way. Right, let's get into it. Let's start off with this man, Lucas Fabianski. Good save in the first half. Good save with the one-on-one from the Freiburg player. Second half, he picks the ball out the net. I don't really remember him having to do a lot, but he was all right. He was all right. So I'm going to give him probably, it's going to be between a 6 and a 7. I'll give him a 6. I thought he was all right. I thought he was just standard, really, if I'm being honest. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him next week. But today, he was okay. Morning, Keith. Hope you're well, mate. I know it's a bit late, but, you know, it is what it is. And Fab equals a 6 for Keith. Right, we will move on to this man, Vladimir Soufal. Now, first minute of the game, everyone should be pumped up. Everyone should be ready to rock and roll. And he saves the day for us in the first minute of the game. The first minute of the game. Like, the defence is all over the place in the first minute. He comes across and clears out. For me, he had a pretty decent game today. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was all right. I thought it was decent enough for him. Do you know what I mean? That chance in the first minute of the game, that could have been a goal in the first minute. Don't think he done a lot wrong. So probably a high 6 maybe. But I'm going to give him just a 7 for me. Shout out to this man. Thank you very much, mate. The £2 goes a long way. He really helps us out. And I really do appreciate it, as I always do. Morning, James. Good to see you cook the space tonight. Listen, mate, I just about had enough of these people who keep chatting shit. Yeah, listen, I will openly admit when I'm wrong. Some people have got to start admitting when they're wrong. And if they're wrong, just own it, bruv. You get more respect for that if you just be straight and go, you know what, you're right, it was shit, let's move. Not keep defending the indefendable, so to speak. But that man gets a high 6. Yeah, high 6, 7. I'll give him a 7. We move on to this man. Gets injured. Major blow for West Ham. Major blow. Can't stress enough how concerned I'm about him there. The link between him and Paqueta is just fucking good when it works, but when it ain't, you know, it's just one of them, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6. Emerson, not his night, gets injured, comes away. Simple as that, really. Man, he don't give a fuck, basically. That's what he's trying to say. How are you up so late streaming, if you don't mind me asking? Because I've got to get this done, and I'm not doing it tomorrow because I've got someone coming on who's getting involved in betting, and I need to do that tomorrow. So tonight is the night. Yeah, I mean, better late than never, so to speak. So yeah, Emerson gets a 6. Keith says a 6 and all, which I make him right. Gets injured, concerned, but you know, we'll see what happens with him. 6 out of 10 for Emerson. Let's move on to this man, who I think is blagging a living at West Ham to a point this season. I think he was crap again tonight. Absolute crap. No, I don't understand how he's the captain of the ship. Do you know what I'm saying? The goal is his fault to a point. He's not checking like the people around him. I think the other defender I'll get on to shortly was the better defender tonight. And Zouma's just like a passenger at the minute. Yeah, fair enough. He does some good things well. Yeah, he chucks his body in the way at times, but he's a problem at the end of the day. And next season, I actually don't want to see him starting for West Ham United. Yeah. Do I want him here at the club? Possibly, yeah. Do I want him starting for West Ham? Absolutely not. I think he's a liability. I really do. I'm going to give him a high 5 for me. A high 5 out of 10. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No, tell you, I'm going to give him a 5 because I think he's at fault for the goal. So yeah, 5 out of 10. he's a problem. And with a problem, you need to cut the problem out as soon as possible. Not good for me. 4 for Snazzy. Hope you're well, mate. Scotty Venn says a 2. Walking disaster. You can't even fucking walk, Scott. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. And Scotty Venn says a 6 for that. Right. 5 out of 10 for him. Let's move on. 2. This man. Mavropanos. Man of the match for me. Superb. First 8 minutes of the game, this geezer had to deal with balls coming into the box consistently. And people say, well, that's his job. He's got to defend. He shouldn't have to defend so many fucking balls in the first 8 minutes of the game. Yeah. I think he carries the ball well. He tried to drive us up the pitch. He could have scored tonight. He hit the post. Should he have scored? That's debatable, but you know, it is what it is. But I thought it was a good performance from Mavropanos tonight. When people look at him and say he's a bit of a liability at times, I disagree. I think he's the best defender that we got at the club right now. And that says it all to me. Do you know what I'm saying? When you've got Angelo Bonner, who is full choice for a reason because he's old, he's done his time, and let's be honest, he shouldn't be starting for West Ham. You've got Nathan Gued, who can't defend, and you've got Kurt Zouma, who can't defend. Like this with Mavropanos, when balls come in, he's throwing his head on it. He was like a warrior tonight, especially in the air. I'll give him, and we lost the game, so I'll give him a high 7. Well, I can't give him an 8, but he was man of the match for me. Absolute man of the match. So let's come to your comments. Let's have a look, see what you've got to say. Why Gued did not play, bro? Good question. Good question. He was at the training ground for some reason. I actually think he was dropped tonight. I don't know what's going on, but I think something's happened behind the scenes. So, don't know where Agued was, but he wasn't there tonight. Mavropanos gets an 8 for Scotty Barnard. Not good. Yeah, man, it could have been a 10. I will say that. 7 for Scotty Venn. Blocked everything in the first 15 minutes. I agree. I said it on the afterthought. When you've got a man who's thrown his body everywhere in the first 15 minutes of the freaking game, then you know you've got a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's doing too much defending so early in the game. So yeah, I agree. We've got 7. Mavropanos is out. Best centre back, that is for sure. I agree with Scott, 100% on that. High 7 for me, just not an 8 for Mavropanos. I will come to the next man. That is James Ward. I can't do anything at the minute. Prowse. Got a bit of a problem with this geezer at the minute because he's not showing any sort of form whatsoever. Yeah. Now, let's take it into sort of let's put it into context. As a free kick and set piece merchant, this geezer is pretty good, right? Or he's one of the best, right? But as someone who's a central midfielder, he doesn't do a lot. He can't win duels. He runs around, but there's nothing there with him. Nothing there of any note. Tonight, he has a golden chance in the second half. Why is he not tucking that away? Why is he side-footing it? That's another thing, right? He should not have been on the pitch for as long as he was. He was on the pitch for 81 minutes. I do not understand that one in the slightest. I really don't. Every time he gets a free kick tonight, goes out like it was just crap. Like, I don't want to knock him because he has been a good signing for West Ham. Yeah, he has. When you look at what he has done at the start of the season, but recently he's not bringing nothing to the table. West Ham. I'm sorry, but he just isn't. And we might need to freshen up or of some note. Now, people were saying about that Ward-Prowse was on the left, now and Paqueta to go in the middle. I understand that. Shout out to George. George is listening. He just said that in the space. For me, Ward-Prowse hasn't been good for a while, for a long while. I can't remember the last time I looked at Ward-Prowse and thought, yeah, it was a good performance. Especially not this year in 2024. I know that for sure. So I'm going to give Ward-Prowse a 5. I thought it's just a standard performance. Yeah, again. Yeah, definitely did not put up any trees, puts in a good cross for Mavropanos' header. Yeah, other than that, the chance is a golden chance is straight at the fucking player, at the goalkeeper, sorry. That's not good, man. It's not good. Like, listen, I like Ward-Prowse, but nothing against him. It's no vendetta or nothing like that. But my eyes don't lie. He hasn't been good for a long time. This hasn't been good for a long time. And only hard work can get you so far before you might have to do something else. And when he's in duels and all that, he don't win no fucking duels. It's as simple as that. So, you know, I'll give him a 5. Let's get to the. Chuck your comments in. Let me know what you think. James Ward-Prowse, 3 out of 10. James, he's a passenger. He's offering. What is he offering? We need someone more physical in there. I agree on that. James Ward-Prowse, 5, 30 million, more like 3 million at the minute. I don't know. I think he's. I don't know. I think he started off well, and now he's running out of steam slowly. Do you know what I'm saying? Ward-Prowse gets a 4. Crap again. Doesn't like having the ball. That's a fact. That's a valid point. Not going to lie on that. And that's it for that. Yeah, it's just not good for him. Not going to lie, it's just not good. So it is what it is. He gets a 5. Before I move on, please do smash a like on the video. Head over to YouTube. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Yeah, I need the subscribers, so please do head over and subscribe. It goes a long way. It is free. And yeah, do that. Hit the notification bell, and I'll be happy for the night. Next up, Thomas Soucek. I thought he had a pretty decent-ish game tonight. Decent-ish. He was moved about in the second half. He was moved a bit further forward, but he's off the ball play was pretty good tonight. Like, the amount of times he was defending, especially in the first half. I remember a chance where a ball come in and he picked up the player, yeah, and Alvarez was nowhere to be seen. So yeah, like he was decent-ish tonight, Soucek. So I'm going to give him a 6. Give him a 6 out of 10. It's not a 7. It's not a 5. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Snazzy says he did okay. A 6 out of 10 for Snazzy. Do you know what I mean? Lawrence, I hope you're well, mate, all the way out in Kentucky. Hope you're good, mate, and keeping very, very well. You got potato salad is a 6. Yeah, I think it's a 6 is about right. Dan, hope you're good, mate. Get involved, mate. Get involved. Yeah, I'll make it short and sweet. 6 out of 10. He's not a 7. He's not a 5. Bang in the middle there. Average-ish performance. We'll move on to this man, Edson Alvarez. Frustrating is the word I look at him tonight. Big time frustrating. Right. In the first 20 minutes of the game, you wouldn't even know he's on the pitch. I didn't even know he was on the pitch, mate. Right. He just wasn't involved at all. Right. In the first half. Second half, he's there, but it's stupid from him for the goal, for the mistake for the goal. Like, what's he trying to do? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I like Alvarez. I do like him, but sometimes he does baffle me a little bit. What it is, we haven't got no players who can sort of pick the ball up and then just drive through the middle of midfield. Yeah, Soucek can't do it. Alvarez can't really do it. Ward-Prowse definitely can't do it. So we've got no one with drive. Like, I'm going to go back to him. I'm going to say him only once tonight. But Deck used to get the ball up. I know he's a world-class player. He is. But he used to pick the ball up. He used to drive forward. Just drive with the ball, right, and go through, go past people and take people out the game. We have got none of that in midfield. We've got a lot of anchors in midfield. People can anchor the ball and like pick the ball up and lay it off to other people, but we've got no one with drive in midfield to pick the ball up and say, right, let's go. Let's go direct and go through. It was average tonight again. Yeah, I've seen 5s in the chat here. All right, Dan says a 5. Snazzy, shout out to him, says a 5. I agree. 5 because the bad pass causing the goal. I agree on that. 5 was quiet tonight. Equals 5. I agree with Keith straight away. It was on Moyes again. Gutless approach once again. Rich, hold your horses, son. We will get to Moyes at the end. Yeah, players first, and everyone else. Moyes at the end, mate. So be there. But to make it short and sweet, 5 out of 10 for Alvarez. He's got he's a good player, but I do think there's a problem in that midfield. There is. Do you know what I mean? You've got too many people who just don't pick the ball up and just drive forward with it. Enough for me. I will say that. Right, let's go to this man, Lucas Paqueta. I thought he was absolutely shite. Like tonight, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be real. We've got a bit of a problem at West Ham United Football Club currently right now, and this is no joke. If this geezer does not play well, West Ham don't play well. So basically, we are relying on this bloke to turn up and turn it on. He had 2 good chances tonight. One of them is a great defensive clearance. Yeah, if the geezer's not there, it's probably in the back of the net. The second one is an header, which he puts over the bar. Yeah, if he gets that on target, that could possibly be a goal. He misplaced 27 passes tonight. Right, from what I heard earlier on. That is fucking embarrassing. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Um, Emerson goes off. It was like he just didn't want to be there tonight. It was like, do you know when someone just doesn't want to know? Yeah. He got fouled a few times. Yeah. And they were blatant fouls. But it just felt like to me, he wasn't on it tonight. Like the job wasn't his. Like he just didn't fancy like the graft tonight. Yeah. And we all get like it. Like sometimes if you go out in the piss, the next day you get up and you go, I can't really be bothered. Right. But he wasn't on it tonight. That's no joke, right? It is a major problem when if he don't click into gear, West Ham don't click into gear, and teams might figure that out and start just pinning players on him tonight, and which they did. Nullify him, you nullify West Ham, which is a problem. Um, I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I thought he was just shit, right? And maybe it's a bit harsh. I see stuff in the chat here. 3, understandable. Dan's gone a bit more. He's gone a 2. Lawrence has gone a bit higher, 5. Very bad, no energy, acted like he didn't want to be on the pitch. I agree on that. Do you know what I mean? A 4. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 10. Yeah. It is a problem though when you've got a player that we're relying on so much. And if he don't turn up, West Ham don't turn up. And I know in the second half we was better, but the first half wasn't good enough. So, it is what it is. 4 out of 10 for him. Let's come to this man. Mohamed Kudus, Jekyll and Hyde performance tonight for me. First half, nothing. Second half, a lot better. Comes out in the second half. Within 90 seconds of the second half, he's having a shot on goal. Yeah. People are going in on Mohamed Kudus, right? I see a few things on Twitter earlier on. And I think to myself, do you really want to go in on this geezer when he has been a pretty good player for West Ham? He hasn't scored, I don't think, this year. I don't think, from what I remember. I think going in on him right now is not the right move. It is very Jekyll and Hyde with him though, currently right now. This is like no joke. Like first half, there was nothing. Yeah, but there was nothing from many of them like tonight in the first half. So it ain't just him. Second half, I think was a lot better. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I don't think he's a 7, but I don't think he's a 5. Right? He is like a shining light in games because he's the one who carries the ball. One thing you can never question with him is when he picks the ball up, he looks to go forward every single time. Yeah, but it's frustrating. It is frustrating a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully next week he can get back on the goal scoring train. Let's come to the comments. 7 out of 10. Tied them in knots, but he was alone. I think the first half just doesn't warrant a 7 for me though, Keith. I'm gonna be straight with you, mate. Yeah, I think first half I thought he was just nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? 6, we got a 6.5. Carried it well at times, deserved an assist, but was too selfish, wasteful at times. I agree on that. That's something me and Matthew do agree on tonight. A good, was it 6 good second half? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And Snazzy's gone with a 7. For me, not a 7, not a 5. I'll go down the middle and go 6. Right, let's come to this man, Jared Bowen. This is going to be an interesting rating tonight for me because I thought the chance in the first half is a golden chance. Ball comes in from Paqueta, and he should at least be having a shot on goal. Yeah, it like to miscue it is not good. Yeah, it's just not good in the first half. Second half, he come out, had a great shot, great save from the goalkeeper. I thought Bowen was in and out tonight, in and out. Like, is he? I don't think he's a. Oh, is he a 7? I'm going to give him a high 6, very, very high 6. Yeah, I just don't think he's a 7 for me. I think the shot in the second half is a great shot, good save, but the chance in the first half is golden, mate. He's got to be at least hitting the target on that. So yeah, I'll give him a high 6 for me, just a high 6. Bowen was off the game tonight, in my opinion. 5 for me. I don't know. He's the only one who really sort of trying to make stuff happen, though, wasn't he? Do you know what I mean? 7 held it up decently. Keeper robbed him once and was also isolated a bit. Also missed a sitter. Yeah, I agree on that. 6, clearly not a striker. Doesn't win anything in the air. Yeah, I understand that one. But I'll give him a high 6, just not a 7 for me. Right, let's come to the subs. It's going to be interesting. Calvin Phillips comes on the 81st minute. Mikel Antonio comes on the 91st minute. I'm not going to rate Mikel Antonio because there's no point. I thought Calvin looked good when he come on. I thought he picked the ball up well. He had a shot at the end. If that goes in, I think everyone's going mad to a point. I would like to see Calvin Phillips in the return leg at home. Yeah, I think we're going to need someone with a bit more experience in there. Yeah, I don't think Ward-Prowse is the move. I know people say about, no, you got a plan, but this geezer hasn't played well for ages. And maybe it's time to go with Phillips, Soucek and Alvarez as a three-man midfield. But Antonio come on, run around. Right, shout out to Antonio also. Yeah, when they had a break and I think Emerson was coming off, Antonio was like the fucking manager on the sidelines, telling the centre halves what to do. It was mad. I'm not going to lie. I drink this water, but for me, they should have been on a lot earlier, and it wasn't. Right, let's come to this. What you got here? Keith Knight, thank you very much, mate. I really do appreciate it. For the beer fund, mate. We sure need a drink after that. Thank you very much, Keith. I really do appreciate it, as always, mate. I really do. Right, what we got here? Let's have a look. We have got, let's go down to the comments. We've got Phillips a 6.5. Cool, you're being generous there, mate. He looks sharper, to be fair. We got Phillips a high 5 for me when he come on. I agree. Cresswell comfortable on the ball. Yeah, I forgot about Cresswell as it goes. I do apologise, but Cresswell actually done all right. Cresswell done all right. I will take that off. That's actually sodding me up now. Before I get to other comments, Cresswell actually done all right when he come on. I've completely forgot about Cresswell, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Sorry to Cresswell. It is 17 minutes past 1 in the morning. Antonio A 10 for me, just coming on as a sub. And Lawrence, thank you very much, mate. All the way from Kentucky, the US of A. Cheers, mate, for the late show. Come on, you irons. Thank you, mate. I really do appreciate it. Me and the boys. Yeah, so the subs, what's the point? Do you know what I'm saying? There you go. Let's come to the ref. Yeah, it's going to be interesting also. I thought the ref was shit tonight. Not going to lie. Amount of times there was fouls on Paqueta. I know Paqueta wasn't good, don't get me wrong. But there was fouls where it was a blatant foul and he didn't give anything. There was even a foul in the second half. I think it was Bowen that goes through, gets completely taken out. Referee allows the game to go on. Do not understand it at all. Really don't. The VAR decision is bad. I think it is a penalty. When I first saw it, I think, right, if you're going to give penalties for having your hand down by your side and behind you, then when the geezer's got his hands up in the air like a basketball player, what do you want him like? Is that right? So I do think it was a penalty, and I think they tried everything in their power not to give it, and they didn't give it in the end. But a decision like that shouldn't take that long to decide, unless there's a reasonable like argument for it. And the argument is it was a fucking penalty to me, yeah. But the referee's going to get. I'll give him a 3 out of 10. I didn't rate him at all. I really didn't. Let's have a look at your comments. Let's have a look. Big up, Lawrence. Jimbo, get my man of the match, 9 out of 10. 2 YouTube videos at Twitter space, incredible standard. I'm trying my best to get out there, mate. Subscribe to the channel. Like that comment. Look at that comment. That's the graft I put in. It is what it is. Ref, 1 awful whole match. Yeah, it was handball, mate. Yeah, it was. Last year's referee in our final. He's a fraud, a definite pen. 3.5 out of 10 from the ref. Gave any calls, robbed us of a pen. On it, the VAR says it's a pen. Apart from that, it didn't do much. I agree, mate. I really, really do. But yeah, Snazzy, I do try, mate. I really do try. I'm putting the grafting on this channel. To this man, though, this is the one for me. David Moyes. Right, I'm going to do it in sections. Yeah, I thought the first half was shit. Yeah, I had arguments on the spaces just a minute ago. I love the boys. I love the passion of some of these lads. Yeah, and they speak so passionate about this club, like that we all love. But I can't agree with them about that first half professional performance. Can't agree with it at all because to me we was just shit in the first half. Now is that down to David Moyes or is that down to the players? You make your own mind up. Yeah, when the players come out, they didn't know how to hold the ball up, didn't know how to pass the ball. They It was just shit. I thought the system was all over the place in the first half. It really was. Right. The second half, we come out and we look a lot better. Yeah, not majorly better, but we look better enough. Right. And then we have our chances. We have our chances. And the game is poised on the 70th minute for Mikel Antonio to come on. Yeah, there was players in the team who just wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, and the argument is do you take Lucas Paqueta off on the 70th minute or do you keep him on to like for as long as you did? And that is the argument. Yeah, if Lucas Paqueta is playing that bad, right, and he wasn't good tonight, he really wasn't. Do you keep him on the pitch for as long as he was, in case he does make something happen and he could possibly score a goal or make a goal for us? That's the $1 million question at the end of the day, right? But James Ward-Prowse should never have been on the pitch for 81 minutes. He should have been hooked well before then. And it just tonight the subs just make no sense. Mikel Antonio comes on the 91st minute for 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it is. That is embarrassing me. I'm sorry, that is, yeah. And that's not on the players, that's on the fucking manager. Yeah. Cresswell comes on. You could have played Ben Johnson, yeah, which is understandable to a point. But for me, like I thought Cresswell done all right when he come on, so maybe he got that one a little bit right. But it was a major fuck up tonight for me. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Next week at home in front of everyone, yeah, before I come to your comments, because I will come to your comments in a minute, right? West Ham could possibly turn it around. West Ham come out, attack from the front. Yeah, West Ham could really go to town, right? But it shouldn't be like this. It really shouldn't. And I can understand it from Moyes out people who are strong Moyes out people when they look at a performance tonight and think you're going to Freiburg, a team that you've beaten twice, and you're setting up and you're scared to do anything of any note, like literally of any fucking note. And the game plan tonight just wasn't. I don't know what the game plan was. Sit there and be professional. I'm sorry, but I'm not asking us to go there and try and play like Brighton and get blitzed 4-0. But I'm actually saying go there and try and impose ourselves on the game. And it takes us 45 minutes to impose ourselves. Like we've done more in the first 15 minutes of the second half than we did in the entirety of the first. Like literally in the first half, we've done nothing of any note. So for me, I'm going to give Moyes. I don't know. I don't know on this one. Like I'm going to give him probably a 4, maybe a 5. Fuck it. I'll give him a 4. I think the subs. I think you're playing not to lose the game, and then we end up losing the game. That to me is a problem. Like, would I rather West Ham try and go to win the game? And if we lose the game, we can go, you know what, we had a go, it didn't work out, we can recover the situation next week. I think tonight we went there and we were scared. We was like rabbit in headlights, and it was like not it just wasn't for me tonight. Wasn't for me. And I come on, I've done the afterthought, and my afterthought just says it all. Like I want West Ham to go there and impose themselves on the game, and they didn't do fuck all of any note. Yeah. In the second half, don't get me wrong, there was chances in the second half that we missed. Good chances. Yeah. But you can't keep playing games for 45-minute spells. You can't. Or having sections in the game. Do you know what I mean? I just spoke to someone before I come to your comments. Yeah. I just spoke to someone on a space who's over there right now. Yeah. Naming no names. And even he, who's like the most Moyes in-person guy, and says, this is not like that wasn't right tonight. That was shit. So you've got to own it. You've got to own it tonight and just say that wasn't good tonight. And what I can't understand is West Ham go and score 7 goals in 2 games. The confidence is high. And now we're on a downer again. We're on a downer again. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got to pick ourselves up again after a pretty bang average, fucking mediocre performance. It's just not good enough for me. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I don't think he's any lower than that. Um, I think some of these players let him down tonight to a point. I think Lucas Paqueta let him down tonight. Just not good enough at the end of the day. It really isn't. So let's get into it. Where are we? Let's have a look. We start off at the top. We'll go with this man. 5 out of 10 for David Moyes. Not going to go over the top, but you have to beat these teams. I think they're saying you have to beat them, but you definitely can't lose to these teams, right? That's just a given. If the game filters out into a 0-0 draw, I think people look at it a bit different. They'll be pissed off with the way they played, but to lose the game the way we did, not good enough at the end of the day. Moyes said in his presser that the first half was unacceptable. No, well, I'm glad. I'm actually glad. I'm actually pleased that he's saying it, because the people who are saying that that is acceptable need to get off this fucking high horse of theirs and start opening their eyes and seeing it. Yeah, and this is not about Moyes in, Moyes out. It's about what's being presented on the pitch, and what's being presented on the pitch was not good enough in that first half. Premier League outfit, some top class players in their team, yeah, and we played as if we didn't know how to fucking attack. Sorry, that's just not how it works, in my opinion. It just doesn't work like that. Moyes, 4. Terrible with subs in the second half. Good shout. Take Paqueta off at the 70th minute for Antonio. See, I agree with you on that, Lawrence, yeah, but then there's two sides of that coin. Yeah, there really is. If you take him off, will people criticise Moyes for taking Paqueta off when he's the only one who could possibly make something happen? Possibly. But Antonio should have been on the pitch well before he did. And to give the geezer 3 minutes, I thought was taking the piss, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm surprised Antonio said, all right, fair enough. I mean, giving 3 minutes away from home, 1-0 down. It's not the right call for me. Keith, it looks like we're set up for a draw, and then at 1-0 down, it was just playing for the result. 2 defenders as subs, madness, no fight. Agree with what Keith's saying on that, mate. I really do. Right, let's skip down to the bottom there. Subs control the majority of the role of manager, and he's fouled. Yeah. Let's get to Dan's comment. Moyes, 4 from me. Completely shit game plan tonight from him. Moyes out. Danny's Moyes out. And that is it from everyone. I think, yeah, that is it from everyone. That's it from me. My final thought is this, yeah. I'm disappointed tonight, but I know West Ham could possibly turn it around next week. But I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I am nervous about next week. Us and German sides, we've got bad history with German sides currently right now. And the last time we played the German side, yeah, they done us home and away, right? I'm nervous about next week. West Ham have to attack this game from the front, from the first minute of the fucking game. I can't keep hearing people saying we've got to be professional. We've got to, like, it's a two-legged affair. There's no excuses now. West Ham have to attack. Yeah. All this trying to be like sort of passive and work our way into the game. Fuck all that. We need to win the game. Yeah. We need to come out strong and attack this team from minute 1 to minute 94, 95 and win the game. Yeah. Do I think this team are a good side? No, I don't. Alfie, who was just on the space with us, said he's one of the worst sides he's seen. Yeah. But West Ham have got to sort of liven up. They've got to liven up, right? There's moments in games, and I noticed it tonight, yeah, where, especially in the first half, it ain't going our way. So why don't someone just get the ball down, get to the byline and try and win a corner, try and make something happen? And it was just, there was just nothing there tonight. Yeah, second half, you can say it was better because it was, but in the end, we don't get the result. So that is a problem at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, it's going to be tough next week. Yeah, people think we're just going to turn up at the LS. The fucking music's going to be playing. The fucking light show's going to be happening, and everyone's going to go right, kick into gear. Sorry, man. I watched West Ham too many times over the years. Right, West Ham will make it hard next week. I can guarantee you right now. And it wouldn't surprise me if we can see the goal, come back, score 2, and we fucking go through in extra time or some shit. Clip that up. I'm telling you that now. Because it's the West Ham way. That is the West Ham way. Like the way, like, making it fucking hard. Do you know what I mean? So next week's going to be a bit of a mental one. Yeah. I think West Ham could get it done, but I'm nervous to a point. Yeah, but I'm always nervous in these games, especially when we're 1-0 down. But we've beaten sides before, yeah, from 1-0 deficits. Yeah, Seville, prime example, 1-0 down first leg, second leg, come back, get the job done, and we've got to get the job done next week. Obviously, we move on to Sunday, big game, Burnley. I don't know how it's going to affect the morale of the side. Obviously, we've won 2 in the Premier League. We really don't need to lose a game now and then go into the Freiburg game on a bit of a downer. Do you know what I mean? But tonight is a kick up the arse for us. Yeah, we're not as good as what we think we are. And when we do try and go forward, we're relying too many on individuals and not enough as a team. And that is as simple as that. Yeah, we've got to start coming together as a team, as a club and as a fan base to try and push us forward. But tonight was just such an hard watch, mate. I'm not going to lie, it was. And if you like that style of playing, all that, understand it. Yeah, that's your thing. But I don't like when my team is just sitting there and just not all that. Do you know what I mean? It's not fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it is now 1:30 in the morning. I am done. And I will see you again in the next one. Anyone who's a member of the channel, I'll be having a tipster coming on over the weekend. It'll be filmed tomorrow. And it'll be released over the weekend for Cheltenham next week. I love a bit of Cheltenham. Hopefully get some winners for Cheltenham. So I'm going a tipster on. Hopefully give me a few tips. And if we win, I can buy some merchandise or mics for this fucking channel. Do you know what I'm saying? So I will see you again in the next one. Before I go, look after yourselves, look after each other, keep the faith. That's all we've got. We've got to try and keep the fucking faith of this club. And we move on to Sunday. Burnley at home at the LS Sunday afternoon. West Ham United. I thought we was back, but we're fucking Jackal and I, mate. Honestly, take care of yourselves. A bush. Level up. Get set, level up.